I'm just kind of dropping in on some of my clients because I promised my buddy Dan, who owns this house, that I would check on his stuff. And you're like, well, what stuff? No, he hasn't done his front yard yet. I'm out in Alamo right now, so we can plan all kinds of cool stuff out here. But one of the reasons that I don't mind stopping at Dan's house. Anyway, I finally called him. He wasn't calling me back. He finally called me back. He was like, oh, dude, I'm out of town. I'm at Lake Almanar, and I realized his ski boat was missing. So he's hanging on the lake right now. And he's a contractor like me, a dirtbag contractor like me. See, he's got trailers and wheelbarrows and all kinds of stuff. But being the dirtbag contractor like me, it allows him to build some really cool stuff. So here's all the pumps I put in. They're looking good. I told him I would walk through the thing and check it out. Oh man, I should have just bought a few beers and just hung out here all day. Oh, yeah. Isn't that great? This is the life. Yeah, so all these palms. In fact, he bought the ugliest queen palms I had in my nursery, and I was like, hey, these are gonna look great, you know, if we just put them in the ground, get them out where it's hot, away from cold Richmond. They're gonna take off, they're gonna love it there, and look, they're happy. So anyway, I really don't have time for this sort of thing, but I am going to jump off that rock, and that's really the reason that I'm here. You know, looking at his plants and making sure they look healthy that's just sort of something I'm going to do on the side. But I'm really here to jump in his pool. So he built this awesome pool. It's the coolest thing ever. It's so cool. But this is also a video for Dan. Hi, Dan. To tell him if there's any problems with his trees. Dan, you might want to cut off, if you can get up there, cut off the seed pods and the flowers on the palms before they make seeds so they don't drop. Otherwise, you're going to have an even bigger palm tree forest. We kind of got a little bit risque and put a king palm out here. And we had a cold winter this year. I was a little nervous about it. And it looks like it didn't like it so much, but it's actually growing back, which is great. And they get bigger, they get hardier. So Dan, you can take these things off right here, you know, make it prettier. If you take them off, you'll see the beautiful trunk underneath. And, you know, these things should come around for you. Here's the Phoenix reclinata that we put in. It looks great. What else am I seeing? You know, you could, Dan, like maybe cut this whole branch off of here. But this thing's leaning over. What's going on? Why is it? Oh my God. A gopher? Is this a gopher? That's a gopher. Gopher's eating your yucca. Dan, you gotta pull this whole thing up and then replant it upright so it doesn't swallow your pathway, swallow your guests and poke them, and stand that thing up, and you need to put it in a big gopher cage. Good thing I came here, huh? Oh, look, it did get cold here. So here's the new growth on the Phoenix reclinata. It looks perfect. And here's what was out for winter time. We probably had the coldest winter in 5 or maybe 8 years. I had a lot of customers call me up. And this is what happens, you know. I'm guessing it got down to 24 degrees frost damage. That's about the damage you'd expect on a tree like this. And then, of course, the king palm looks like it totally defoliated. These are, you know, known to survive 22 degrees if they're bigger. This one is not quite big yet, but it made it, barely. It's gonna get bigger and bigger. So yeah. So Dan, basically this is just frost burn from frost. You can decide how much of this stuff you want to leave on. It's gonna make all new stuff. You can cut off all the old stuff and have a smaller head that's all perfect and green, or you can just leave this stuff and kind of put up with it for a while until more of it grows on top. And when you do cut it, you want to cut off right here, no higher than that, because that's where the thorns are, and it looks nice and neat when you do that, okay? And then you're gonna want to probably only have to decide how many of these babies you want. I would keep this one here, see this one? Keep that one, and of course this one and this one. So you'll have 3. I would kill the rest. You got to cut the rest of these off. So if you build a pool like this, I'll stop at your house for free too. Another pond. I had to crane these things from way over here. And it looks like Dan planted something that was a bougainvillea. That didn't make it. That's not from me. But, here's the really interesting thing. We were able to, and I'll walk up the stairs to show you this. Not the stairs, but the slide. He's like, I want a big giant queen palm down this hole. I was like, well, how are we gonna do that? So I got this big tree. We cut the roots back really hard. We fit this tree through this gap. I had to cut 2 sides of the root ball super tight. And we wiggled and jiggled and wiggled. It finally went through. We were like, we cut off so much of the root ball, we were really worried whether it was gonna thrive or not. It's actually doing better than all the rest. So go figure. But I will utilize the slide a little bit. Whoa, 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 don't fall in with the iPhone. Okay, I'll jump off the rock in a minute. All right, what else do we see? So that thing's looking great. He doesn't need fertilizer and all this stuff. He's like, I don't know if the avocados are doing well. Geez, look how huge they are. Wow, even after a freeze. So here's a nice jacaranda I sold him. This just lustrous green tropical foliage. And look, he does have some bougainvillea that's doing great. This is the big leaf, big blossom one. I wonder if it died back and it's growing from the... Anyway, so it didn't get cold enough to hurt this bougainvillea. This is the most cold hardy bougainvillea. That's why it's doing well here. It's amazingly hardy. But check out the avocados. Can't remember what varieties we planted. That looks like Jim Bacon to me, right there. He's got a bunch of fruit up there. Some fruit right there. And it looks like he may have cut off some cold damage. But these things are hardy probably to, yeah, that's a Jim Bacon, I believe. Cold hardy down to probably 24 or so. And look, here's one. This looks like either a Pinkerton or a Haas, maybe. Looks like an elongated Pinkerton. I don't know if the tags are still on it. And then this one here, no fruit. I can't really tell. That looks like a regular Haas. I'm gonna guess. What did I say? Jim Bacon, Haas, and Pinkerton. But this shows you can grow avocados out here in the heat of Alamo. So I don't know, he told me, he's like, oh, dude, check out the avocados. I'm not sure if they're doing good. No, they're doing great. And I'll go through the cave, and you can see here again. Can you believe we stuck this thing through here? That was one of my crazier moments in life. A little pocket of planting in here. Dan built all of this. Look at this, you guys. This is why I came here. He says he's gone for a week. I could just hang out here, and I don't even need the house. It's warm. I can sleep outside and just hang out by the pool the whole time. All right, so that certainly needs fertilizer, Dan. Definitely a lot of fertilizer. And then he put this in, those over there. They look good. This is kind of all my, I didn't design any of the hardscape, but I told him where to put all the plants. But yeah, I think those are my notes down. Now it's time to jump in your pool. Should I set up like a little video of me jumping off the thing? Why not? Let's do it. I'll do it from right here. Just set it up right here. Get some rocks. Make a pile of rock. Like this. You see it? You see it? I think you can see it. All right, here I go. Oh. Here we go. Really deep, like 12 feet, I think. I want to do an inverted cannonball. Can you see me? All right, here. Hi, Mom. Right, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Woo! Nice. Awesome. That feels so good. All right, I gotta get back on the trail. I got plenty to do today. Thanks, Dan.